Welcome back, chums. This is I, Captain Stephen XO, and yeah, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update on this whole sort of tainted metal stuff. Now, I've built a medium refiner next to a large refiner, and you can build a few of these rooms inside of your freighter. If you space them out far enough, you can just sort of break down your stack of tainted metal. So you pick it up, you press square maybe twice just to sort of halve it and halve it again, chuck that in. You can see there that's going to take 12 minutes, but I can start that going. Then I can simply go over to my large refiner and do the same again. So go over here, find my tainted metal. Tainted metal, where are you? Pick it up, halve it, and halve it again. I mean, that's going to be a little bit less, but there we go. We'll chuck that in there. That's going to take 10 minutes on that one. And then I can run over to my other room. And like I say, you can put in a few of these rooms. And if you space them out far enough, you can have quite a few refiners on the go at the same time. You can't have too many refiners in a row or in close proximity. So you have to space them a little. So I'm just going to halve this one once this time and put the stack in. There we go, 12 minutes. And then we go over to my medium one that I've got just here. And I put that in there. Lovely jubbly. So let's go find the, there we are, and I can just put the whole stack in there. And yeah, we may have a small surplus left, but it's now only going to take 12 minutes, and at the end of that 12 minutes I should have a shed load of nanites. I should have like, what, you know, 18,000 quadrillion billion, whatever that number is. It's too high for me to count. I stop counting after I get out of fingers. So yeah, 10's about as good as I get. Anyway, so there we go. So I've got those on the bake, and like I say, I could have more rooms further back here if I wanted, with more refiners, if you have got more of the tainted metal. Now, you can use your personal refiner to actually, you know, do all this sort of stuff on the go, on the fly. It's still going to take 12 minutes for a stack, but at least you can still do planetary exploration or whatever you want. Or if I did have more left over, so what I've got left here is 1,535 of the tainted metal. And I'm going to make some nanite clusters. Now you can see here it's 9 minutes. It's not quite the 12 minutes because I haven't got enough, but we're going to see how many times we've got to refuel this just to do that one stack. So here we go. Let's stick this in there and let's start that going. There we go. Right, I'll reconvene with you when I either run out of fuel or run out of this. We'll see what happens first, shall we? I've reconvened at this point where you can see the fuel is at half mast, where this is only at 29% done. So I'm going to run out of fuel before I run out of this. And the thing is, with this animation of the actual the backpack, the actual refiner on my back here, it's still going to smoke even when I run out of fuel. I'll show you what I mean. So you could be running around on a planet thinking, yeah, it's still refining, and it actually isn't. Even when it runs out of fuel, for some reason, at least on my backpack, and it's not all the time, just sometimes, it continues to run the animation. So we'll see if that reconvene again. You can see here that I'm almost out of fuel, and I'm almost at the 50% mark. I'd imagine when this hits dead on 50%, I'm going to run out of fuel. So let's just come out of this screen at the moment, and let's just walk around for a while, and we'll see if this animation stops on its own when I run out of fuel, or whether it just carries on and acts like I've still got fuel there. I'll show you the back end of my freighter here. I might actually expend this out, because now look, they've fixed it, chums. I no longer need these pill lights here. Let's delete those pill lights, because I put those over to show that, you know, because it had those sort of energy markers to say that it didn't have power. I added pill lights here because somebody suggested that that would actually give these things power, but now it's all working, so they have actually fixed it. It's a patch note that actually worked. I'm freaking unbelievable. Okay, awesome. So yeah, I might expand this out and add more of the gravitino balls, some more of the pearls, because yeah, why the heck not? Now look, the smoke has stopped coming out of my backpack, but listen, you can still hear it going. So it sounds like it's still refining. But let's go into the personal refiner. Look, it's out of fuel. But you can still hear the animation. The animation loop is still broken. So I need to now refuel this, and look, it did stop at like halfway through. So I've got 1,666. So where I say that you have to sort of still babysit your personal refiner, that's very much the case. So there you go, I'll take this out, I'll stick in some more fuel. So you're only looking at, what, 100 carbon per time. So yeah, no, that's a couple of carbon racks. So it's neither here nor there, or you could shoot a couple of trees. The thing is you just have to babysit it, because that animation loop isn't working right. So you need to either, you see the smoke now coming out, so as soon as it stops smoking, that means you've run out of fuel. Just ignore the freaking animation sound and you should be fine. Okay, so if you do want to do it in your personal refiner, you got to babysit it and you got to check it at some sort of regular sort of intervals. I would check it every like 6 minutes or so, half of the 12, you know. Oh, here you go. Look, I'm going to bake through this in like 3 minutes time, that should be okay. That one should be all right. I'm not going to have to babysit that one. That one's perfectly fine. But yeah, that's it basically, chums. So that's everything I've got for you on this tainted metal. I think I'm about done. But my preferred method is to have 4 refiners. A large one, well, 2 large ones and 2 medium ones. You mix it up however you want, but I like to have 4 refiners because they don't need fuel. You don't really have to babysit them. It just means you've got to stay in fairly close proximity, but there's quite a lot to do up on my own freighter. And if you've got freighters like mine, yeah, maybe harvest everything, stick it into your farming area. I mean, yeah, I went through all of the bays that I've got over here and chucked it all into my storage area on my freighter, which is pretty cool. So I've done a little bit of inventory management while I was up here. You wouldn't guess it though. I mean, look how messy my freaking inventory is, people. But there you go, there's a stack that I haven't done. So if I go back over to my freighter, go across to my farming bit, and I can chuck that into there. So yeah, I've got quite a lot going on now in there. And yeah, it's very rare that I do that, so at least I'm sort of doing a little bit of extra. Anyway, I'm taking up too much of your guys' time. So you guys out there, stay golden. Goodbye for now. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Well, thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like what you see, please hit a like or a subscribe. And yeah, or you can support my channel through Patreon. Here are all my Patreon backers. Thanking you, Patreon. And I also have YouTube membership. If you want to sign over to YouTube membership, check out my video links in my video description. I also have merch. Grab yourself a fine and dandy pair of socks, a mug or a t-shirt over my merch store. Or I also have Atlas cards that I sometimes have on my eBay store. Check out my video description. So that is the end. Thank you for watching, and please hit a join or a subscribe, or just hit one of these tiles on this screen that you see here now. Stay with Captain Steve a bit longer.